Hello guys, it's your Quant Julian, and here we are for an epic video about how to make it in crypto. It's a question I have every day. Everybody asks me this question. So how to make it in crypto? So of course, it's just like my opinion. It's not a financial advice. Make your own research and everything. And just the idea here is to give you a few tips or how I think about the crypto markets. So first thing you have to keep in mind is like we recently had the ETF spot approved, and I'm convinced that timing is now. 2024, 2025 will be a super important year for crypto, and you will have so many opportunities. That's what you want to spend time about on the market. So that's the thing you will always hear me say. It is like there is a difference between being right and making money. And here we are today on Blur. It's a coin I really liked in crypto, so NFT related. And here are two trades we did in our private club. It's to give you an idea about how we approach the market. So the idea here was to enter Blur, try to take profit as soon as possible, and then exit the market and try to enter with like smart entry point. The idea here is like I'm convinced that Blur could go higher, and perhaps it's above $0.7 now. I don't know, but if it's the case, I don't mind. The idea is like I think I would have done the best to extract as much dollar as possible, or the dollar that are easily to extract. And then after that, it's quite hard to extract, and you are taking too much risk to extract the dollar. So that's something to really keep in mind. Is like how to be right and extract as much dollar as possible from an investment, from an asset. Here are a few tips. I think these are so important. I hope you get the reference on the background, but let's get back on the few tips. So I think there is a big difference between gambling and quant. I think we see too many investors too much focused on like gambling thing and not enough like what's your quantitative approach to the market. And also after that, you have to rely too much on luck and not enough on compounding. I think we see the best results on our members, on the members who really build their plan, focus on the compounding effect, go slow, but go the right way. And then the thing, of course, is like the difference between copying and learning. I think you have to learn it. You have to be super proactive about that and be super cautious to who you copy, right? Some people will say crazy things to force you to copy them or will lie and everything. So be super cautious and make sure you try to learn or do your own research before doing any investment. And I think one thing that's really important for me is like I see too many investors that are seeking the next 1000x, but they are not focused enough in how can I do 10 times 2x. And that's something super important. And I'm convinced that if you don't want to rely on luck, it's way easier to do 10 times 2x compared to 1 time 1000x. So the question should ask yourself is like, who do you copy trade? And even though you copy trade someone, are you doing your own research? And how do you manage your risk and everything? And how do you adapt the plan to yourself? And who is your quant? That's two very important things. So to end up on this one is like, I think the most important thing, and this is why we have built up the private club, is like, how can we help you build your strategy in order to extract dollars from the market? And that's something super important. We see too few investors being focused on their plan and how can they improve their plan step by step, by doing their research, learning and everything, and really trying to make it, I think your investment journey is a really, you have a long way to go, right? You will invest until you retire and even after your retirement. So that's why it's super important to take your time, learn, build a strategy, and then execute your plan and try to improve your plan while executing it. And trust me, all the members who did that had crazy results, and there is no luck and no randomness inside of that. It's just building your plan to extract dollars.